Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're talking about Turbos Finance. My name is Gordon Frayne. As always, if you enjoy the content, smash that thumbs up button below. Make sure you subscribe and grab a free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin down below this video. In the description, you can grab a 100% free PDF copy. Grab it now while it's free, and let's get into the video. So, Turbos Finance is a leading decentralized exchange on the SUI network, and we have to give a bit of context here first and foremost, because SUI is now the 10th largest protocol in all of DeFi, and it has over $1 billion in total value locked. It's only behind, very closely, Avalanche and Polygon, who have ever so slightly more TVL, and in my opinion, SUI has the ability to potentially outperform those and get into the top 6 or 7 networks by total TVL this bull cycle. Lots of exciting stuff happening on SUI, and if we dive in and click into SUI itself, we'll see that Turbos Finance is actually now the 10th largest protocol on the SUI network. It has over $22.5 million worth of TVL. It does have some lower TVL than some other DEXs on Solana, like Kria and like Cetus, but it is very good in terms of its user interface. Personally, I prefer the user interface on Turbos versus Cetus, and we're going to take a look at what's been happening on Turbos lately, as well as their decentralized exchange. So jumping over, guys, if you come to turbos.finance, you can launch the Turbos decentralized app on SUI mainnet. It's going to open up the swap and trade page by default, and again, you will need to be using a SUI wallet in order to interact with the SUI mainnet. So again, you're going to need a SUI wallet or SUET. They're probably the two easiest wallets to be using, and you can connect straight away to the DEX, and you can start swapping SUI using SUI or other stable coins that you might have in your SUI wallet in order to swap and trade those for other SUI native tokens. So Deepbook has been another protocol taking off on the SUI network. Lately, it had a huge run up in price. It did pull back, and it's kind of leveled off and is rising again. But you can use Turbos' DEX here to choose and execute swaps for SUI to stablecoins to SUI, and make swaps and trades in a very seamless manner. You can also set up limit orders. So again, if we jump over here, you can actually configure limit orders. This might be useful for, scaling out or selling certain assets in your SUI wallet as you move through the bull cycle. You can set up those limit orders. We could say that once SUI gets to $10, or this is actually for Deep because Deep SUI is selected here. If we wanted to get rid of our SUI, we could set up a limit order to scale out of our position and begin earning as the price of SUI continues to move up. So lots of very interesting features here on Turbos. If you come into the earn area, guys, this is where we can actually earn fees for providing liquidity on networks like SUI. And the interface here for supplying liquidity on Turbos is very user-friendly. Again, if you come into the earn area, it's going to show us all of these different pools that you can supply liquidity to in order to earn a really nice APR. Now, I do advise only looking at pools that have a significant amount of liquidity and volume flowing through them. Of course, this video is not financial advice, but let's take this SUI USDC pool as an example. And again, what we can do here is provide concentrated liquidity to this particular trading pair, and we can earn fees from people who are executing trades and swaps for SUI USDC on the SUI network here on Turbos. So again, let's click into earn. We can click into SUI USDC. And then if you toggle on this pro feature, you'll be able to set an upper and lower bound for ranges here for the price of SUI and where you might want to set those upper and lower targets. So if we bring up the chart for SUI very, very quickly, you can see that we can take a look at the technical analysis to review and analyze where are the key levels of support and resistance to help inform where we might actually want to set our ranges. So we could set, there's a bit of support here at $1.75. All-time highs were at $2.34. So let's set a range of $1.75 to $2.34. And you'll see that that's going to give us about a 149% APR. That's about 12-13% per month that you can earn from supplying concentrated liquidity here for SUI USDC with a range that's about -8% plus 24% from the current spot price of SUI, which is here today at around $1.88. So this is how you can supply liquidity and earn yield directly on Turbos. They do have another option for a yield strategy. This is a more automated process because over here, when you're supplying liquidity in these pools, again, if we're taking SUI USDC as an example, then when you go out of range, you stop earning fees. But the idea with the yield strategy is that they will automatically rebalance your capital, put it back into the vault so that you can continue earning fees. Now, again, the APYs are going to be slightly lower here, and you do have to pay a performance fee as far as I'm aware in order to have these automated rebalances execute for you. But if you're more of a hands-off investor and you want to just add capital into these vaults, which will automatically rebalance when the price of SUI moves up and down versus wrapped USDC in this example, you can continue to earn fees on a continuous basis without having to worry about going out of range. They also have a bridge feature for SUI Bridge and Wormhole. We're not going to look at that. They've got a very quick stats page as well, where you can see all of the TVL that's being locked up on the Turbos DEX. You can see volume has been pretty decent, pretty consistent over the month of October. We had a nice big spike up at the beginning of the month when SUI had some nice price action, and it was running up in price just like we saw on the chart here at the end of September, beginning of October, getting all the way up to those $2.35 price areas. So Turbos is a very exciting protocol on SUI, very, very easy to use, very quick. And when you execute swaps and when you start playing around with entering pools here on SUI, you will notice just how quick those transactions execute with your SUI wallet on the SUI network. Things happen very, very quickly, very, very efficiently. And I think that's a testament to both SUI and the protocol that the guys at Turbos have built here. Again, lots of exciting stuff happening in terms of Turbos and the growth that it's been seeing. If we zoom out here and look at what's been going on, we can see that they did have a little bit of dip in terms of TVL, but that's picking up nicely again here in September, October, and now as we move into November. TVL's picking up on protocols like Turbos. TVL's picking up in SUI in general, so lots of exciting stuff, seeing more capital flowing into the SUI ecosystem, and a lot of that capital flowing into SUI now is being helped by the fact that Circle, USDC's parent company, has decided to start minting native USDC on the SUI network. So that's opening up the floodgates for more liquidity to flow into SUI. It's kind of a stamp of approval from Circle, a business that's been in the space for a number of years and who have been minting on major networks and protocols like Ethereum and Solana. Kind of getting that stamp of approval to mint native USDC on SUI is a big deal. More liquidity flowing into SUI, more liquidity flowing into Turbos. Very exciting stuff happening from an on-chain perspective. Check out Turbos, guys. Let us know if you want a price prediction video for Turbos. We will put together a price prediction video. Drop us a comment below. Let us know if you want to see that. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below, hit that subscribe button as well, and if you want to get notified, smash that bell notification icon, and don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's linked below in the description. Grab it now while it's free, and we'll catch you in the next one.